boy. Uh-oh. Looks like the stream was deleted on Facebook. Uh-oh.
What happened?
I don't know. Chris Gas up popped up. You got to pop up. It said in stream too, so it looked like you're already live. You already live.
We're here chatting away.
Yeah.
All right, well, here we go. Well, we're already live. We're having a mishap over here. But anyway, look, want to welcome you to the Smoking Jacket broadcast. I am your host, Dr. Sayso, along with our girl Cheryl, the analyst
of the world,
and my man, Mr. Power to the people. Look, we're gonna just take a minute, pause, go around the room, find out what's been going on in the cigar world. There's been a lot going on, and there's been a lot of great events that some of our folks have been to. So we're gonna start with Cheryl, the analyst. Come on, what's been going on and what's been happening?
Oh, what is this? It's closing out April. So
is that crazy?
Orlando Cigar Fest wrapped. We have Ernest is putting on our derby this weekend, so there will be some cigars and libations there. I'm inching my way. We just had Leesburg Bike Fest in Eustis. Cigars were all over the place out there, and I am inching my way to Sarasota in a couple of weeks. So, one of my doctors is down there, and he has told me that he has promised a box of rare cigars to me. He won't tell me what it is. He's given up cigar smoking. So I'm getting blessed with something out of the humidor. And he's a plastic surgeon, so I know he spent a little coin on on whatever it is. Then I'll be down in West Palm Beach with our sister Sandra Price for a PC Cigar Society. I'll be attending her white party for her birthday at the Smoke Inn, owned by Abe DeBabney, if you know Abe. And then the following week, I will be in Tampa, Chester. I will be with yours truly, Mr. Corey Cheney of Cheney Cigars for his 6-year anniversary.
Amen.
6 years hanging in. Amen. So that's what I'm doing over the next couple of weeks until we're in Chicago.
Oof.
Man, I cried when I bought that plane ticket. That plane ticket is something serious. That's where all the gas prices went into these plane tickets.
Open up the straight. It's going straight. It's going straight out of my bank, straight in somebody else's pocket.
Yes, it is.
And then I know we have what we got. Charleston Smokeout is coming up in about a week or so.
Yep.
Shout out to Hollywood and the folks. So it's a lot going on.
Like summertime. It's almost summertime.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I'm wearing a Scully.
Yeah.
I'll go in the house.
I'm about to tell my brother Stoney I'm locked in now, bro. I done bought that plane ticket.
Stoney in the house. My brother.
How y'all doing?
Left-handed fist.
Yes, sir.
All right. Oh, no, he the right-handed fist. No, he right-handed. That's right.
Yeah,
I might use the same way.
Well, Cheryl, thank you. Excuse me. Cheryl, thank you for your update. Appreciate you. Well, the man popped on just in time, so we call him the voice. My man, Mr. Stoney Gillespie, the founder, yes, sir, of Chicago Cigar Week, coming up 5-year anniversary. Mr. Stoney, man, you got a lot going on and a lot to update us on, man. You got Chicago Cigar Week, man. You got coming off the hills of PCA. Come on, man, update us and tell us how things been.
Man, things have been hectic. I apologize for my tardiness. I was trying to get some things together so I can hurry up and jump on here as well. I've been backstage for a minute, getting a chance to listen to Cheryl's. Like she got a whole lot going on too. So that was good stuff. Yeah, but no, man, it was a lot. Like I said, going to PCA a couple weeks ago was an amazing experience. Got a chance to network and get with a lot of great people, a lot of different cigar brands, brand owners, ambassadors, and so forth. So that was a great time. Then last week, I went right back over. We did a Chicago Rum Fest here with the Sister Global Leaf Movement, partner with them every year. So this is my 4th year doing the Chicago Rum Fest as well. And of course, this past week, released the itinerary for Chicago Cigar Week. As you know, we added a couple additional days to that because we had such an outpouring demand as far as lounges and things that they want to be a part of it. So we had to extend it out. So just had a lot going on. But I'm finally able to breathe just for a minute for physical therapy. So tomorrow I go right back in the morning. Then I'll be down at Element Cigar Lounge. One of our ambassadors, Michelle, is actually going to be doing the podcast.
We lost
technical difficulties.
That sling probably got in the way.
I'm still here. I don't know what happened. I think you tried to get rid of me.
No, never that.
Yeah,
Never that.
no. Yeah, no. So
From that
I don't know if the last thing was heard, but I know tomorrow I'm going out to Elements Cigar Lounge. Is also going to be one of the participating lounges that's going to be certified Sister Global Leaf Movement certification at tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, but this week for Chicago Cigar Week. But Michelle, one of our ambassadors, is going to be actually doing the podcast there tomorrow. So I'm going to be over there tomorrow to join them as well.
Man, this is
listen,
rude.
somebody asked me for the itinerary, Stoney, and when I showed him, he said, "Damn it, I need my glasses because it's so much packed in."
It's
I
a
said,
lot.
"You
Yeah.
added 2 days, so hey, you better get in where you fit in." You got
Well,
a
I
lot.
did that with
It's
the intention.
action packed
So
every day.
yeah, so it's a lot going on there. I know the reading and the fonts are gonna be kind of small because I try to cram it all in. So people got that lucky they have the Zoom ability on their phones. So hopefully they can utilize that. Yeah, but we'll be making individual event itinerary schedules throughout the week as it goes on. It's just the fact I want to put everything in its entirety on the one event for those that may not see something in case they miss one of the flyers in between times, one of the announcements. I figure everything as far as the dates, locations, times, and so forth, at least be on there so you have the gist of what the itinerary look like.
Oh, it wasn't a critique. It was shock. He didn't
Oh, it's a
realize it
lot.
was going to be that that much going
Yeah.
on.
That's what these behind the scenes plans have been going on. It's a whole lot of moving pieces there, but I'm glad that part is at least out now, so I ain't gotta get cut anymore.
Oh man, well, thanks for that update, man. Got to my right, your left, Mr. Proud to the People. And he also has a lot going on and a lot to update us about. So come on, man.
Nah, man, I don't have a lot. I just want to send a shout out to my man Damon, who put on Charlotte Cigar Week. That was the best event I've been to when it involves education. Man, he put on a master class for a couple of days, man, on cigars and education. We did some cigar rolling. We learned about the evolution of the cigar band. We had a company come in and allow folks to make their own band after we made our own cigars. We actually got to see a little bit more of Charlotte, but hell of an event. And I was exhausted when I got back home. I was exhausted. I'm still a little tired. That was one for the books. And I want to say shout out to that brother, and I'm glad everything was successful. So I know that all the folks there enjoyed themselves, made some great connections, probably some friends for life. And that's one of the best things about cigars, man. You meet some folks like we're just about to meet Mr. Sam. You meet some folks and you never know where that relationship goes. But we know for one thing for sure, it's going to go up in the air with smoke. And that's a beautiful thing. So I'm glad to be back too. I think I missed the show or two.
Well,
but I'm black.
He black. And certainly we welcome you, black man, and we welcome our viewing audience, and we thank you for tuning in with us. I don't have a lot going on. Just been grinding, chilling, trying to keep up with what y'all been keeping up with, low key.
Trying to heal that foot.
Heal this foot, heal this toe. Yeah, but one thing I do know, let me take the time before I at least get to the introduction, man, to light my own Belmaachi cigar.
It's coming up.
I've been waiting to open this, man, and smoke it. And so with that being said,
welcome, brother.
We're gonna welcome.
Which one are you smoking, Cheryl? Is that the Maduro?
It appears to be little Habano looking to me, but yeah, that's what I've been smoking all this time.
I think you got the older production. That's not as dark. Is yours dark?
Yeah, I got the Maduro.
Yeah, I think I got the same one you got, Sam.
Yeah,
mine is dark.
Yeah, I got. Well, actually, this one says Sumatra.
Yeah, and I got the Maduro. Yeah, I got the Maduro. He got the Sumatra.
Okay. I sent you the mixed pack.
Yeah, you sent the mixed pack.
Cheryl? Does yours say anything? It didn't say anything. Does it have a second band that has a wording on it?
Let's see.
She done took it off already.
Show me what the
that was on the foot.
Show me what the foot.
This one doesn't.
Show me what the foot looks like. I'll tell you what it is. Is that black and gold?
Yes.
That's the Sumatra.
Okay.
Yeah, that one goes well. That one got really good reviews with whiskeys. I'm smoking Maduro like Chris Rock himself, right?
Yeah.
And Stony Gillespie, are you smoking one of these or not tonight?
I'm not smoking at this moment. As I was telling them earlier, I'm recovering right now from physical therapy. I tore my rotator cuff as well as my bicep. I have smoked before though, and actually, I don't know if you recall, I met you actually, I believe, in Atlanta at Cigar Mike's Experience.
At
Goodfellas. Yep. Yeah, I got a chance to meet you, and I got a chance to smoke then too. So amazing cigars, man. So it was amazing. Unfortunately, I'm not smoking right now because I'm recovering right now, so I'm inside. I didn't get an opportunity to come back to smoke just even, but I did smoke cigars before, and amazing cigars, brother.
Yeah, I love the Maduro. It's my last one. I saved it for tonight. I saved it for like 2 weeks because I'm running low.
Well, Sam, let me do this, and let me go ahead and introduce you in this way and let the people know who you are. So give me a second.
Belmaachi.
Very nice.
Man. First of all, welcome to the show. Secondly, man, I want to applaud you on such class of heck of a marketing. I mean, the video speaks volumes. Not only, are we looking at a very nicely, well, hand-rolled cigar.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Well put together, nice band, good presentation. This cigar just kind of reminds you, and the presentation of it, you think of Davidoff and you think of Padron, you go straight to the top. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that might be the idea, as we will soon further find out in a couple more videos. Man, just tell us about the brand, man, how it got started, what your passion for cigars are.
All right. We're not in a hurry, are we?
No, sir. Let's go. Get it in, Sam.
All right. So it goes a little something like this. No, seriously. I was so I'm in Montreal, right? And then we had the pandemic a few years ago, and they had us on lockdown and all that business. And I wasn't down with that. I'm a little bit of a rebel, I'm born and all that kind of stuff, I was like, I ain't going under house arrest. I ain't doing nothing wrong. And I used to live in Nicaragua where they had malaria and dengue and all that. And I see how they manage it. It's like a risk management thing. And I knew over there, they knew how to survive and they weren't dealing with it like over here. So I called up my friends to reconnect. I lived there for a while and I had my business and stuff. So I had friends. And they said, we're good, man. Come down. So I went down to Nicaragua. And one thing led to another, and then next thing you know, I'm on the beach, and a friend of mine, Marvin Bernard, he used to play for the San Francisco Giants. He's a baseball player, Major League. He was a good player too. He's in their Wall of Fame, and he's Nicaraguan, and he's a national hero down there, right? Nicaragua, #1 religion is baseball. So he said, Sammy, have you ever been to Esteli? And so I told him, no, I don't know that part of the country. I know the Caribbean, I know the Pacific, but I don't know Esteli. I like that cowboy stuff. I'm a city boy, you know, but I would dream of maybe one day having my own horse. You know, I like all that cowboy stuff, right? So I said, he said, I go there for the cigars. You want to come with me? I said, oh, sure, for sure. I'll go with you. So we went up there. So he called up Tito, and Tito is his Cuban friend who's the coach of the Esteli baseball team. So we linked up with Tito, and Tito took us out to the family that make Mike Tyson cigars at the time. And then he took us out to this Cuban producer, a friend of his, Carlos Pereda, who's a 6th-generation Cuban tabacalero who, you know, moved to Nicaragua to continue the family legacy, kind of like Padron and these other guys, right? But he's like a younger, newer guy, a medium-sized producer. So when I was there, I realized that all the Cubans, at the end of the day, they all go there and argue about baseball, smoke cigars. Like that was the spot. That was the source. So every time I was going to Nicaragua twice a year, and every time I go there, I'd swing by and check him, and he'd give me some cigars, try these out, sample these out. You should get into business, you know. And I told Carlos, I don't know nothing about the business, but I know you. I don't know nothing about tobacco business, but I know you. And if we're gonna do something, let's make something really good that you'd be proud to put your family legacy behind, you know. And let's make something really good, you know. And he goes, he liked that idea because he's got a lot of pride. And you know, it's his legacy. This is 6th generation. He got pictures of the farm in his office in Cuba. Actually, they still have land in Cuba, and but you know, they're growing for the government. You can't make a business out of it.
Yeah.
Anyways, to make a long story short, I finally got into it, and I said, okay, let me give it a try. I tried a few blends, and I settled on a Sumatra and a kind of Maduro, not quite Maduro, like a Corojo, like a natural Maduro natural, as they call it. And I got a lot of attention, you know, people liked it. So I said, all right, let me try this. I said, Carlos, this is what we're going to do. I want the cigars to be known for having a good flavor, nice aroma, flavor, and be a little different. I want to be a little different, right? To stand out. Because I don't know nothing about this business. But I know something about if you're introducing a new product, you want to be a little different. You want to stand out.
There you go.
So I said, I want flavor and be a little different. And then I told him, and I want the tobacco on your farm because he grows tobacco, but he also buys from other farms he supervises and blend. So I said, I want, because I see how he does it. So I want to make sure mine has his tobacco and nobody can reproduce the blend. So it's unique. And this farm is in Somoto. So we got Somoto, we got some Condega in there, we got some Jalapa. These are the regions, the blends that we have inside in the filler in the cigar and in the binder, and then the wrapper are Ecuadorian, Sumatra, Ecuadorian, Connecticut, Ecuadorian Maduro. The Maduro is a Maduro Habano, and these come from the Oliva family, the original Oliva family, because he used to work for them, and they love him because he did a lot of some pretty amazing stuff for them, doing some crossbreeding and things like that. So he's a true master, right? And then so anyhow, I saw that it was catching on. And I had to think of a brand, right? So, and then this is where you come to the aesthetics, right? I said, well, if I'm going to make a really good cigar, might as well make it look good, you know? I want something that people want to give as a gift. If I'm going to invest in not making a quality cigar, why am I going to go cheap on the packaging, right?
Oh, yeah.
I want something that if you're going to make a really good cigar, make it that it could be presented as a present. You know?
Look at that.
My gift, that's the gift box right there, yeah.
Hey, Sam, that's beautiful.
It really is.
That's beautiful. That's a keepsake.
Yeah, you know.
That's a small little humidor.
That's the one. That's the box that I sign and give to the celebrities. I should have signed that for you. Next time I'll sign it for you.
That's like a small little travel humidor.
Yeah.
It's lined with cedar. That's nice. I'm gonna have to steal this.
Sam,
People, the ladies love it to give as gifts. A lot of the guys don't want to pay for the box, right? But when ladies want to buy a gift for for their husband or their uncle or somebody, they like that because it's pretty and it's it's like a box. It's here's your gift. It's a gift box. Yeah.
I'm gonna play this video. Let you speak to this particular video right here, and then I'm gonna turn it over to Cheryl.
Okay.
But I had to pull a couple things, and I found this interesting.
Belmaachi Cigars. Nobody delivers faster.
Okay. In 2023, I said 6 figures to 9 figures in about 15.
That is beautiful, man. That is beautiful,
man. Look, it don't get no better than that.
You're not playing around, man.
I mean, if when people say, this is a lifestyle, truly, the way you market this cigar, this brand, to smoke it is truly a lifestyle. So
yeah, well, they appreciated that. What you saw was at an event called Jetson Capital. And it's with high people in finance and so on. There's a charity. Ray Lewis had his charity, was the featured charity. So all these billionaires and millionaires go in there, and some of them pull up in jets because it's in a hangar in a private airport. And so we are invited to lay out our table and hand out cigars to their guests. And we do that. We'll give away some free cigars on occasions like that because it's good for the branding and all that. And it helps elevate the experience of their guests. So we're gonna do the next one. We've been invited back for the Jetson Capital. It's gonna be June 26th in Atlanta. The one you saw was for the Super Bowl. People going to the Super Bowl. It was around the Super Bowl. Next one's around the World Cup, FIFA. Atlanta, June 26th. Yeah.
You didn't spare any expense because you went all in.
So this is how I went with the branding, right? I was thinking about it. First of all, I had to come up with a name. So the name, it was hard for me to come up, but one day I was just sitting around and it just came to me. My uncle, my Moroccan uncle, who came to visit me in 2007 in Montreal, came with me to Nicaragua, and he taught me how to smoke cigars in Nicaragua. He had passed away the first year of the pandemic. So I named him after him. That's his last name, Belmaachi.
Belmaachi.
So it's a Moroccan name. And then the lion represents the North African Barbary lion. And so that's where the name comes from, right? So I named it after my uncle who taught me how to smoke cigars, and he's very dear to me. And so that's where the name comes from. And it's not really pronounced like that in Morocco, but I pronounce it Belmaachi because it rhymes with Versace.
So how do you pronounce it in Morocco?
Belmaachi.
Okay. I
There's
don't know if I can do that.
There's a throat thing going on, and it's like a.
I don't know if I can do that. Belmaachi. I don't know if I can do that.
My cousins in Morocco are just saying, "Oh, we're going to start pronouncing our name Belmaachi." It sounds more gangster Italian or something.
Cheryl, what's up? What you got for Sam?
Well, first of all, as you have seen, I have not given this a rest yet. What I enjoy is the retrohale. There's no burn. I don't get that heavy nicotine fired to the nostril. So what I want to know is, and I did, before I asked that, I saw in your bio, you hired a European designer to give your panache. So I'm like, I like all that. That's giving some ultra swag. So I don't need to know about that first.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah,
what
that's
I'm
down in the practice.
my next step was to get a logo and stuff and do the design. So I found a European guy who specializes in packaging for cigars and liquor. So I reached out to him. I say, hey man, can you do da 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 da? I said, and the instructions I gave him, I said, I don't want rustic, my grandfather's attic, I don't want Don Pedro on his horse with flowers, just give me some Dolce Gabbana, give me some European chic, So I told him I want something that you would find in a duty-free shop, like luxury chocolates or jewelry, I want some European chic, something modern. I told him I want it blingy but not tacky. And but the key word was eye candy. So man. I want to be about the flavor, right? So it's flavor for your, the aroma, the flavor, of the cigar, a flavor for your senses, your eyes, and also even when I do my reels, I try to have like music that goes with the environment, and so it's all about the whole experience, right? So that's how I kind of try to do my branding. So my theme is flavor. That's kind of like that's kind of like my guiding thing, And so the eye candy, the European chic, and he's doing a good job. I like what he's doing, and he also did the boxes. So he did the cigar rings, the boxes. He's gonna do the packaging. I'm gonna have little petite cigars, small ones. They're gonna be like the Lanceros. They're gonna be like the Lanceros, but shorter, in a 4-pack. So for a short smoke and a lower cost, and they're gonna be smaller versions of these 4 blends. So the Maduro is gonna be. I'm gonna start with the Maduro, and you guys are the first to know about this. The Maduro the small Maduro is gonna be called the Madurito, like little Maduro.
Little Maduro.
And otherwise, we have other stuff. We're always experimenting. Like this here is an experimental blend. This one is like a 56 by 6.5. So you see the size difference. So I just got these in from Nicaragua. These are a little spicy for my taste. I don't know if it's because they haven't been dried long enough. But like you were saying, Cheryl, it's not. It doesn't itch. It doesn't. It doesn't. You don't have that spiciness. You can retrohale. You'll get a nicotine buzz, but you won't feel that burn. And so this is what the key is in our cigars, especially the Maduro, because it's well fermented and it's well aged, so that all the bitterness, the ammonia has gotten out of it, and that's what makes it a better tobacco, more expensive. And of course, that's all an art. It's the amount of detail that goes into the tobacco, from growing it, from the seed, from the choice of the seed, the choice of the soil, the whole process, pruning, and you cut it, dry it, cure it, ferment it. All of that plays a role into it. And it's not just about fermenting X amount of time. It's you got to ferment it correctly, because you can ferment it the same amount of time, but if you botch it, it's like wine. You can botch wine when you ferment it, right? This is a dry fermentation.
Yeah.
So that's where the master craft comes in, and that's Carlos. It's not me, obviously, but I trust him, and he loves what I'm doing with the branding. I told him if this is successful, we'll do his brand one day, because he doesn't have his own brand because he's got to hang up his English. We'll fix that one day.
Well, I have done the retrohale this entire time, and it's smooth as a baby's bottom.
Yeah. And the Sumatra is the spicier one. Wait till you try the Maduro.
Man, it doesn't have a lot of spice to me.
And I'm smoking a Maduro.
But it's not. Yeah, this is the Sumatra. I got the Sumatra.
Yeah,
that's what I have.
Some people love the Sumatra. Some people are not big fans of it. It's a little different, Like Bryson, I don't know if you know Bryson, the Kingpin Luxury Cigar Access for the lighters, my guy in Dallas.
The big guy.
He can't get enough of he loves the Sumatras. I've got another friend who's watching right now. Juan, he likes it, but it's not his favorite,
Right.
So but but it's exotic. It's nice to change, right? So I get all four. Once I'm in the mood for this one, another time I'm in the mood for that one. We've got 4 blends.
Right.
We've got the Maduro, we got the Habano, which is got a little bit more kick to it in terms of nicotine, but not itchiness, right? Just strength but smooth. And then we've got the Connecticut and the Sumatra. And then the Lancero, in a Lancero format, we've got a Maduro and a Sumatra. Sumatra is very, very popular. Cigar Mike and Peaches, they love the Lancero Sumatra. So every time I see them, I make sure I got a couple of those for them.
I need to go on the website because you speaking my language.
Now, but I have a few of my
Lancero and Sumatran together.
Well, let's link up. Let's make sure we all exchange contacts after that, so I can get you sampling some of that. They have it in West. Oh, you go to West Palm Beach. They have it. They don't have it in West Palm Beach, West Palm Stogies, but they have it at Burnt Leaf in Sunrise.
Oh man!
Any here in Orlando?
The only place in Florida that's got the Lanceros is George at Burnt Leaf. George and Anya
at Burnt Leaf. Okay.
Anya.
Hey, Anya.
They're the only ones in Florida that got that, and the only ones in Georgia that's got the Lanceros are Goodfellas.
And you know, you said they are at Burnt Leaf, right? You said they are. So you know what they did? They recommended this to me too. They actually recommended.
Anya recommends the Sumatra to everybody.
Yeah, yeah, man. This is a good cigar, and I'm not normally I'm not a Sumatra fan. I like this. I'm getting notes. I'm getting like vanilla bean for some reason, but this is smooth. It's definitely a very smooth cigar.
That's what happens when
it's creamy. It's definitely creamy.
You know. See, right now we're producing another batch of cigars because we're running very low. We're starting to sell. You know, the brand is finally starting to pick up. You know, take off and starting to run like a proper business. We're less than 2 years into this. So in the U.S. So we're producing now. But by the time we produce for them to be ready, it'll be June. You know, because we want them to be well aged and dried after they roll them. So even better July, but you know we'll see how they are. We do the taste test. We got to make sure they're good before we ship them out.
Oh, you're doing a hell of a job right now because I like this. The presentation itself, though, I mean, like you said, it's nowhere near tacky. Everything, it's a lot of detail in this band. There's a lot of detail, but it's all visible, which is the beautiful thing. Old eyes like mine, I don't need my Costco
your readers.
I'm picky because I'm the brand owner and I see defects. I see stuff that I want to improve. I'm not going to tell you because then your eyes going to gravitate to it. But I'm glad you're saying that. But that's how you have to be with a brand owner. You got to be on point with all your stuff. You know?
I mean, the presentation alone at first look, you know, there are folk that look at a band and says, yeah, it's interesting enough
for me to try,
to try it and buy. So I mean, I love it because you know, not only once they try it, it's a great catch.
Yeah.
And if you smoke them slowly, they burn really well. Some people pull too hard if they're used to strong cigars. They pull hard, then it might run a little bit. But I take my time when I smoke, and they always burn nice like this.
Well, man, look, I started out a little hot boxing because I'm drinking this nice Woodford. A little high proof. And man, it's pairing so well with it. It just
you see the number, right?
Woodford Reserve,
121 proof.
Yeah, it complements, the woodiness of the cigar. It's like, and the earthiness, it goes together.
It's a perfect blend.
It is. So
it's a perfect pair right here.
I'm loving it.
Yeah, you mistakenly picked that one and it blended well because you picked that bottle and it blended well with it. This is actually perfect. I'm about to pour me another one.
Well, you guys started. You got me in the mood. Yeah. So that's about it. About the brand. We got the Lanceros. We've got these. I don't know. I don't think I've. If Cheryl's gone. I wanted to show her Lancero. I have them in the bag.
No, here she go.
Here.
All you had to do was say Lancero. Her magic word is Lancero.
Right. See, I'm perking up. I'm like, hey.
Say Lancero, Cheryl pops right back.
I'm out of boxes. I sold all my boxes. But I have some loose ones just so you can see how nice they are.
Boy, that retro hell is.
Yeah, this is a really good cigar.
Yeah, we got a lot of the guys in Burnt Leaf and West Palm Stogies. They sell a lot also. But the Burnt Leaf, you know, their boutique, the folks there, they really know their tobacco. And so I was glad. I was like, okay, I passed the test in Burnt Leaf. So here's the
Cheryl, check them out.
Lancero. This one is the Maduro.
I realize I sent her two of those.
She's
The
in love.
Sumatra, a lighter shade.
Yeah,
I'm
that looks
excited
good.
already.
Yeah.
You know, just the band,
It's got a little
the
pigtail
band
on
on
it.
it, the colors
Yeah, got a pick. Yeah.
draws you right to the cigars. That whole packaging is definitely
It's
worth the
very
money.
luxe.
Draw you
It's
to
luxe.
draw you to the cigar.
I'm gonna show you one more thing. Sorry.
Yeah, you're missing
And
out,
I'm-
Stoney.
Yeah, well, I actually I had it before, so fortunately I got a chance to try it. So at least I kind of know what I'm missing at the moment. But yeah, it's a great cigar, man. Like I said, like Cheryl mentioned about that retro oil on it, smooth, very smooth, no
Oh my
burn, no nothing.
goodness. No
Mm.
burn. No, the worst thing is getting that ammonia in the back.
Yeah.
That's
You know?
Yeah.
It actually, that smoke coats your palate. It is very,
Mhm.
I want to say it's like a velvety smoke. I like this.
So we
So
used
here
to
we
have
go.
these. We used to have these 5-packs, but
That matches the band.
I upgraded to these humidor bags, and it's actual gold
Yeah,
foil.
that's game changing stuff, Sam.
Yeah, and then I've got this one for the Lancero. So when I do events, for example, the Jetson Capital, I take a cigar, I put it in the bag, and I hand it, you know, and that's how
Oh man,
we do.
that's a hell of a
Man,
presentation.
yeah, definitely. You
So
doing
it's-
all right.
it's 4 cigars, and then so we've got no shops bought the 4-packs yet, but we're gonna have variety packs and things like that.
Okay.
Tony, what you got, man?
From Mr. Sam.
Yeah, look, again, right now I'm a little bit jealous right now that I'm not smoking, but at least I have had it, so I'm excited to at least know exactly what you all are dealing with. Yeah, like Cheryl mentioned about that retro hell on it, is something special. The packaging on there is amazing. Like I said, when I got a chance to meet you down in Georgia at Cigar Mike's event, even this setup, I mean, it just screamed royalty. Everything about the presentation was top tier. I mean, I think I saw like maybe some purple satin type setup in the background. It was just really nice. Everything was really top notch. So yeah, dope cigar. I'm actually hoping to get a chance to meet you beforehand, so we can maybe get you up in Chicago. I know what your schedule is. I see you got something going on in June, but we'd love to have you come up here in July if you're available. My guy Rockstar, Cigar Rockstar, he made the introduction to us a while back too. So I'd love for us to be able to connect.
Yeah, Rockstar. I love Rockstar. He's great, man. He's a good friend. He used to he liked my cigars. We have a friend in common, which is Rob Loud, the Mohawk, the white guy with Mohawk.
Oh yeah.
So
Just
Rob
spent the week.
is my neighbor. Is my neighbor in Roswell, in north of Atlanta, where my dad lives. My dad lives in Atlanta. My sister lives in Dunwoody, and my dad lives in Roswell. So he don't drink too much, so he's my designated driver when we go to all these events, which is pretty cool.
I just
But anyways,
with Rob.
Okay, so Cigar Rockstar got a hold of my cigars, and he was putting clips up, you know, videos and all that. Never asked me for anything, you know. I said, man, let me bless you with some cigars, you know. And we never had like a deal or anything like that. He just, you know, he was just cool like that. And then so when he did Rocktober, I said, hey man, why don't we do? Let me do, if you want, we could do an event, you know, like I'll sponsor one of your nights, you know. And we did it, and it was really great. And it was in Kunoma, right? Kunoma Cigar Lounge.
Shout out to Tommy. Hey, Tommy.
Yeah, Tommy.
Yeah,
Tommy. What's good, brother?
I love Tommy. He's so dope.
Yeah, and he loved my cigars. He knows his tobacco. And then
he
so
knows
we did a
his
nice event there. It
wine.
was really nice.
Did he do a wine pairing with your cigar? Because you know
he didn't do that. We everybody brought their own, but there was a lot of cool people that I met, like Ricky Latt, Ricky Latt, the singer.
The singer, yep.
The one who does the Leaf, the album, The Leaf.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I didn't realize that till later. I was like, oh man, this guy's got
Yeah.
the anthem, Sisters of the Leaf and all that. I was like,
Mhm.
this culture's gotten to another level when you got folks putting albums out like that, right? So
Absolutely.
I'm like, man, I'm right in the mix. So I felt blessed being actually, it ended up being a blessing. And I was staying at Rockstar's house. That's a whole different story. I'm not going to get into details.
Yeah.
We know. if you've ever spent any time with Rockstar, you don't have a time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But we
that's
have a lot
rock
in common, you know, single dads, we raised 3 children alone, you know, and stuff like that. So we kind of got, you know.
Most definitely
That's dope.
shout out to Rockstar. Shout out to
Yeah.
Tim,
Yeah.
cigarologist.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tim was good, Tim.
Cousin.
And then I met Sherry up there, and then and then Rob Betty. I met Rob Betty. I met him in Goodfellas. Then I see him again at Rockstars, and then he reaches out to me with Hollywood and says, "What are you doing next week? I just come back to Montreal from the event." He goes, "Can you be in New York next week?" I said, "Man, I don't know, man. I just came back, you know. Let me relax, kids and all that." He goes, "Oh, the Hip Hop Museum Gala, Wall Street." I'm like, "I'm there." So I'm driving distance, even if I can't find plane tickets, I can just drive down, right? So that's what I did. I drove down, and actually, my uncle that I named the cigars after, his grandchildren have a place up in Manhattan. They're living up there. They're money, you know. And then so they're staying up there, and so I stayed there, and next thing you know, we're in the Cipriani at the Hip Hop Museum fundraiser gala. You see, and then we're gifting bourbon and cigars to like Fat Joe, Nas, Slick Rick, Dougie Fresh, you know, DJ Red Alert that I used to listen to when I was 12 years old.
Yeah. DJ Red Alert.
Yeah, I used to listen to him when he was, I think it was called Kiss FM, the New York station back then.
You're showing your age, Sam. You're showing your age yet.
So
But I
it
listened
was the most glamorous thing I've ever been to. So that was really, really cool. And then from there, I started doing some celebrity stuff. I was in last year. I had a friend from the internet. Somebody found me on Instagram. They're organizing it was called the Art of Whiskey, a whiskey tasting event around the Super Bowl. And it was in an art gallery in, antique / art gallery in New Orleans in the French Quarter called the MS Rao. And there I was with, you know, Picassos and $1 million paintings and stuff like that with my cigar table. So all that's good for branding, you know, it's a good look. Ron Isley was there. I think.
Mr. Big.
Well,
He wanted
the
to try my
aesthetic. I
cigars.
mean, hey.
He wanted to try my cigars, right? So his manager comes because I told him, I said, "Hey, liquid gold. I think my cigars would go well. You know, liquid gold, you know." So he goes, "Oh, Mr. Isley would like to try your cigars." So he rushes me over, and there's like 20 women waiting to take pictures with him.
Yeah.
And they cut me in line. I was embarrassed, but then I gave him a little box and all that. And I said, "Mr. Isley, I want to thank you personally." He says, "What's that?" I said, "That song of yours, Between the Sheets, really helped me back in the days." And he started laughing, you know, and that's when I got the selfie.
Nice. Too cool.
That song helped a lot of us out.
It's good times, you know. So
Man,
I like to do those events for the branding and all that, and people appreciate the presentation, like you said, but the quality and the flavor follows. So
Absolutely.
let's see what we could do for Chicago Cigar Week. Hopefully, if it's July, I'll have my new production. I've been laying low on the events and stuff like that, on the big sponsorships. Because I'm low on stuff.
Inventory.
I had just enough to send to the Kentucky Derby. So I got on my way to Kentucky Derby. Somebody said they're going to be at the Derby or going to be watching Derby. Cheryl, did you say you were going there or you were watching?
We have a Derby event here.
Like a watching event?
Yes.
Oh,
but
okay.
Kim is going to be performing and all the things. So it's going to be a concert and viewing party and cigars and libations and, you know.
Where is it
everybody in
here?
their high attire
Orlando?
in Orlando on May 2nd.
Mm. So, hey, Sam. So, I found something interesting, and I'm going to play it. And I want you to speak to this because it seems like really not only did you take the time, to produce a good cigar, you took the time to at least learn the craft. So,
Yeah.
Está quitando las pequeñas hojitas para que...
man, that was...
Yeah,
Man.
so it's interesting. Those are the Instagram reels, but they cut now, but it doesn't have the music over it. It has the original audio.
Yeah.
So what was that? So what was happening in that video? You were touring your
So
fields?
I went to the farm. So that's in Somoto. It's in the highlands, close to the Honduran border. And so when you saw me crossing the river there, we're in the middle of nowhere. Like there's no signal out there and stuff. There's one little patch where you can get a little cell phone signal, and that's where the tobacco is. That's where Carlos grows from seed to
To leaf, yeah.
that's the main farm. There's other farms that we just supervise, right? But that's fine. I like going. He goes there like at least 3 times a week himself personally. So if I'm around there, if he's gonna go to the farm, I'll just go with him, So we go there and I went on horseback, go around because it's easier than walking and check out the fields and learn a little bit more about the soil and all that. And so, for example, the soil up there, it's in the highlands and it's also very hot. So the plants, they have those tobacco plants have more fragrance. So that it's kind of like herbs, and they grow in those aromatic herbs. They seem to have more aroma where there's less water and also they're less watery. When they're less watery, they dry better, right? When there's less water content and they have a stronger aroma. So that's part of why but it's hard on the roots because the ground gets hot sometimes.
Yeah.
So I learned these things, right? So how do you calibrate that? So it's a little bit different than other regions. So that kind of makes it a little bit unique where we have this kind of nice flavor. Also, the burn rate is better. It doesn't go out as easily, that tobacco, and maybe because it has less water content as a plant overall.
So I have a question in you saying that. So since the elevation is higher, does a more moderate to cool altitude, how does it, if it impacts the ligero on the cigar, on the plant itself when you're getting ready to introduce that into your product, or does it?
So it's not cool. It's very hot up there. So I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know how it would be different otherwise. But I know that being hot, it's hard on the plants are a little bit. You have to be more careful with them, right? But they have less water content, so they're less watered down, and they have a stronger aroma and they burn better. And it's a little different than other like Esteli or Calap or Condega. And we're the only ones. Now I've seen other people started planting around there, but their plants are not the same as ours. Like I see the difference, and that's because the way you cultivate, the way you raise your plants is also different. You could be in the same region. It doesn't mean you have the same quality plant. The seeds may be a little different. There may be some crossbreeding. There may be a lot of factors. How much water? How do you know? How do you treat the soil? They do soil rotations. They don't grow tobacco every time. So there's, grow tobacco, and then that section, the year after that, they'll grow something else, maybe some animal food or something like that, or whatever to balance the soil out. So, and all the excess cuttings, the leaves, they put them back in the dirt, so it stays rich organically.
Okay.
And it's all natural. And that's the growing part. That's the farm. Then they put them in the barn to dry, right? And after that, they take them to the main warehouse / factory where they ferment and cure and age the tobacco. And then there's another video on that one. And that one, that's preparing the tobacco. And finally, making the cigar. Even when they make the cigar, they they start doing the production. I was like, okay, so you guys are rolling? And he's like, slow down. No, we don't just roll like that. And, we don't just roll the cigars. We got prepped tobacco, the wrappers. They got to moisten them a little, stretch them out. They do this little process, let them rest a little bit. So there's so many little details in the art and craft of making fine cigars. It's just unbelievable. And I keep getting surprised by how it's kind of like wine, like the French. They have all these little secrets and little trade secrets. They have stuff that's in the family, that even other families might not know of. I think. I'm not sure. I don't know everything. Everything I know is from these guys. 6th generation tabacaleros, Carlos Pereda. Shout out to Tabacalera Flor de San Luis. And everything I learned is from them. I didn't learn from any books, or I didn't take any classes. I learned everything.
Mouth to ear.
But Sam, one of the reasons that I had to play that video and incorporate it into the show is because it speaks to the work that you put in, the evidence and the proof of, thereof, that you cared about what you invested in. And to not just put your name on a wrapper and a label and throw it on a cigar and say, hey, I got a cigar. So, you're building the brand. You're doing it the right way. You're going to have success in it because what you're putting in it, I'm telling you now, you're going to get the ROI, the return on your investment. And so, man, I applaud you. I applaud the things you're doing, man. I got to turn it over to my man Chester, and I know he got some good things to say to you.
No, I'm just curious. You mentioned you have 4 blends already, and I'm you may or may not be able to share this, but do you have anything that you're planning for in the future? Any special editions or any special blends that you may be putting out there, and not just for the folks that can own a plane, for us little people.
So basically, my thing, right, is I call the new generation of luxury cigars because I want to be different and so on. But luxury to me is not a price tag. Luxury is a quality, right?
Amen.
So I want affordable luxury. So this $15 retail, for a stick, it's something that's not going to break the bank. It's not a $40 cigar, right? And a lot of people will say my Maduro is better than the Davidoff Late Hour. Now I don't want to say that because I respect Davidoff people. They're the gold standard for me, Davidoff, right? Some people, they will compare it to the Davidoff and the Padrones, and so, but I nobody knows me, and I want it to be smoked. So I call it affordable luxury. So even if you're a working man, regular working man, on the weekend, you can afford to treat yourself to a good quality cigar that you can enjoy, that doesn't sting you, that you can actually enjoy with your drink and retrohale and all that, right? And so now some people say, well, are you going to come out with something that's truly, to those people who want the $50 cigar? Well, I mean, my Lanceros are slightly more expensive. I am looking at bigger gauges. That's why I was looking at these ones, right? But right now, we're just brainstorming and experimenting. What I would like to get out, and I don't know why, I just have a feeling for this. A lot of people tell me come out with a 60 gauge. Maybe you guys give me your opinion. I'm all ears. But I thought those little mini, those small, like a Lancero, but shorter, I was thinking of
Or
those.
maybe like a
Similar-
panatella.
Sam, let me give you.
Go ahead, give me your advice.
If
Or
you
your,
if you go with the 60 gauge, I will say this. I wouldn't have a problem with it. I would not go beyond a 4-inch, maybe 5. You go beyond that, the cigar is already airy enough. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And, I would think that, you know, in the particular roll, it would almost make it too airy. And so you keep it, you know, to a, you know, smaller spectrum, because the way the rollers are rolling it, which I love it, because here's the thing. It has the notes of a Davidoff, and I get the roll. And it's not too tight, it's airy, it blends well, it brings out the true earthiness of the blends. And so, you know, I keep it, you know, where it is, where the tobacco can handle it. And because I used to love Nat Sherman made some really nice 60-inch by 4, and they sold really well. And so I would give that a try.
60 by 4 by 60.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, interesting. It's almost like a nub, but a little longer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
That might
because
change the
because
profile.
they burn slow. A fat cigar will burn slower too, right? So
But it's going to depend on that roll.
yeah,
Now, they would have to go a little bit tighter for
yeah,
that 60.
yeah, yeah. And
So
the blends are different. Like for example, for Lancero, it's hard to blend because you only got a few leaves to work with. Whereas this one, you got the Toro.
Well,
So,
you know, what you just said is why the cost is where it is.
yeah,
It is really a hard
It's hard,
cigar to
yeah.
blend. And so, you know, once you perfect it, you know, it's taken a while, some time and effort into it, and the roller is completely different. So, you know, people don't understand that. Well, why is it $18? Why is it $19?
right.
Until they smoke it. Until they smoke it.
Mm-hmm.
And then they say, okay, this was a good cigar.
Lanceros are getting really popular. We're producing more now because they're just, I don't know why. I didn't have them for sale. I had them as gifts and just for pictures and try out and stuff like that. And then,
Ask
and then
my
the
resident
retailers,
beauty expert. She can tell you why.
and then the retailers, they say, well, I want that one. I want to sell that one. I said, well, that one's not for sale. Yeah, but that's the one I want.
Yeah.
You know, let me tell you,
I give the people what they want, Sam.
Yeah,
Lanceros
I made boxes.
Oh, it's just changed.
Lanceros draw the true natural flavors of cigar.
Mhm.
Man.
The flavor
Through
has
all of that,
nowhere to go.
you know, you're going to get
Flavor
every
has
bit.
nowhere to go
flavor
except
profile.
in.
Yeah, I just
And
got to change. This
I
actually
like
changed.
it. That's one of my favorite. Just because I'm a lady and I like the elegance of the Lancero.
It matched the
Men,
heel.
that doesn't mean that you cannot smoke a Lancero. I know it's a challenge to get some men to participate in that, but I think if they try it, they'll find that, to me, the flavor is concentrated. So if you mess up on a Lancero, you know, you're probably going to have to rethink the production of that.
The aficionados who are really after the flavor, who enjoy it, they like them, you know. Like a lot of times it was lounge or cigar shop owners who like them. But George from Burnt Leaf, for example, he told me, I like Lancero, Sam, but I only smoke it at home. I don't want to be smoking.
That's
he's joking. He's joking, you know. But I'll rock a Lancero, especially if I'm wearing a suit. When I'm wearing a suit, I'll rock a Lancero.
Yeah.
You know?
Come on out, undercover Lancero lovers. Come on out.
Hey, nothing wrong with the Lancero.
Look at it, Sam. I got one more thing. I got to know where this event was, man. Right here.
Look at that smoke, y'all. Look at it. And I'm I'm
you're
holding
down to
on
the
to
end
this
of it.
nub for dear life.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna get mine. Hold on,
Hey,
son.
hey, Stoney.
All right, go ahead.
About a second.
You smoke cigars?
I do.
Okay, let's get what he wants to. Let's get with the rock and roll. Let's do it, baby. Belmaachi with me. Come on, sing with it. Come on.
That ain't right. Yeah.
Oh, man, so where was that, man?
Man, that was,
It looked like what?
that was a lot of that was a lot of money.
Yeah, so that was Neo, R&B singer.
Yeah,
Yes, we
I
know
said,
Neo.
That's who I gave the box to. So it was Peter Gunn. I don't know if y'all know Peter Gunn.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Uptown Baby, you know that song?
Uptown baby, uptown baby.
He's the whole Cheers.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
Ed Reed.
So Peter Guns was Peter Guns was in Montreal before I launched my brand. I was just testing it out. He had tried my cigar. He was singing at an event that my friend was organizing, promoting. So my friend called me up. He goes, "Damn, I got Peter Guns. I got some Americans in town. All that party. Can you come through to the party? Bring your cigars." So I brought my cigars. So yeah, tried cigars. Fast forward a couple years later, I got the cigars in his hands in New York, and said, "Hey, remember me?" Right? He goes, "Yeah, of course I remember you." Anyways, his manager Janet told me, "Sam, there's an event in Atlanta for Neo, a golf fundraiser. If you're interested in doing this event in Atlanta." I said, "Yeah, Atlanta. My family's there. You know, I'd love to go." And so she organized it. She put me in touch with the folks, with Neo's folks there. And then next thing you know, I was down there and set up my table, and I was gifting. We were on the 7th hole on the Eagles Landing Country Club, and it was like a VIP event. You saw those celebrities. There was
Ed Reed.
Ed Reed.
You had Anthony Anderson.
Anthony Anderson. What's his name? The baseball player. Reggie Jackson.
Okay.
That was Reggie Jackson that I was giving the box to. He was in his golf cart.
Okay.
Anyways, there was a lot of folks there. So we were at so people would pull up, and DJ Robbie Rob was there DJing and all that. He's like hype man for Neo. He's with a G unit and stuff like that, and it was really cool. And so we were handing out cigars to the guests, you know, and getting pictures and stuff like that. It was like a branding event. It was like, you know, show off our stuff, spread the word, you know, and people like that. I got calls after that. "Hey man, we want to carry your cigars up here in Wisconsin." Wisconsin? Yeah, we saw your video.
There you go.
That branding works, right? So
Absolutely.
I'm trying to be like, it's not only the rich, right, the jets and the capital, but I also want to be associated with the cool people, you know. So I guess that's marketing, branding. If it's good enough for them, it should be good enough for you. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Well, listen, if you want to be associated with the cool people, we should see you in Chicago. So you need to link up with Stoney, and then you're going to see tons of cool people because Stoney doesn't surround himself with nothing but good folks, and you will love it. It's a great event too. But I hope to see you there because this right here, you have a hit. Yeah, the hit.
I'd like to go to Chicago. I think that would be a good move. I know Rockstar and Sherry always go to Chicago. Sherry claimed to take over Chicago, that she like showing everybody how to do it and all that kind of stuff in her video.
Cigar Mike and Chi-Town, she's in there too.
Yeah. So I should have my new batch ready by then, so it'll be perfect timing. So let's make it happen.
Absolutely, looking forward to it. You have any presence up in the Midwest?
Any what?
Any presence? Is your cigar in any lounges up in the Midwest?
I'm not present there. I'm in the South. I'm in the Southeast. I got Texas, Georgia, and Florida, and I got a guy going around the Southeast opening up accounts in Tennessee, North Carolina. But I got nothing up in the Midwest, up in Chicago and all that. Matter of fact, if you know some distributors or anything like that, or anybody, it don't even have to be a known distributor. I got one guy, he's a reseller for me. He's opening up new accounts every week. And he's not even known, but he's got a good network, you know. So I'm open to business. It's now, when it's early, that's when it's good, because when people who get in early, when there's a doubt, when you're not sure. But if you want to come in after the success, then price goes up.
I will be at my home lounge tomorrow telling them to reach out to you because they definitely need these in the lounge. Yeah, I would definitely keep these in stock.
That's great, man. That's great. Oh.
All right, we have a Christopher's light situation. There we go. Now lights.
But Stony Gillespie, I don't know why. I think I heard that name in a rap song or something like that. Is that possible?
Well, I hope it was with some good lyrics then. But yeah,
that name. It just sound like a movie name or a name I heard in a rap song or something. Is that possible?
This is the cool
Dizzy Gillespie, maybe that's why he all the time.
From Nice and Smooth. That was nice. Dizzy Gillespie plays the sax, although he doesn't. He plays the trumpet.
Izzy Gillespie.
Yeah. Well, look here, Sam, man. We're gonna go around the room, and we usually close out about 9 o'clock, and then we're gonna close out with you, man. So, analyst,
Cheryl the Pearl, Cheryl of the world.
Give us your closing remarks.
In the words of our sister Benita, who is not here, much success to you. Your product really doesn't need a real introduction because it's already been proliferating through some upper echelons, if you will. And so to that, I would say, you say 2 years, but I mean, these smoke like you've been around a long, long time. You know the craft, you know the business, you know the artistry of what's required. And so I'm just looking forward to seeing who's got next, like what you're going to be coming out with and all the things. So it was a pleasure finally getting to meet you. And I know I'm going to get to know you more better. That's what I got.
Tony, what you got, man?
Man, again, we're getting a chance to see him again. Like I said, it was last year we got a chance to first meet. Again, I was blown away by his presentation then. I follow him on Instagram and get a chance to see some of his reels. Your marketing is next level. Everything that I've seen, again, it just speaks top tier. And again, your cigar bags that up as well. So that's the big difference where you have a lot of people that sometimes promote and put something on one side, but they still have trash with a band on it. But like by me smoking your cigar, I know that that's actually not the case. In fact, that like Chris was talking about, you going out into the fields and actually finding out and learning about your process and about your investment speaks a lot to what you're doing. So very excited for you. I'm hoping that we are able to collaborate and get something together in July. And man, congratulations on everything and much success moving forward.
Amen. Amen.
Just there.
Look, I understand the idea of the marketing plan to go high and let it trickle down, because we know that a lot of people follow with those who have a lot of money are into, and that's a great idea because we know a lot of times things start from the bottom and move up, but you have tackled that market that's high, which is a little harder to tackle, but you got them now. You know you can snatch us up. But I'm sold, brother. I'm sold. This is a hell of a cigar. The cigar, the quality of the tobacco is great, but not only the construction, but just the presentation. The presentation is top tier. Top tier. You don't see a lot of people come out the gate like this.
Right.
So you put a lot of money. You put a lot of money and thought into it, which definitely lets a person know that the cigar probably matches with the box. Because nobody's going to spend all of the money on a band and a box and all of the things that you've done and have a terrible cigar. So, folks, if you have not had one of these, if you can get your hand on one, I promise you, you're going to like it. You're going to like it. And I would definitely love to grab me one of those. I'm going to get me one of those assortment boxes because I definitely want to try the Maduro now. Because, again, I'm not a Sumatra fan, but this right here has sold me. And it's great meeting you. And as Tony said, nothing but success from here on. And I can't wait. I'm speaking it to an existence. I can't wait to see you in Chicago.
Yeah, man. I can't wait to see you guys again, and it's gonna be fun, man. And like you guys are in early, you guys are in the beginning, and stick with me and I'll stick with you, and get me in that place in Baltimore, and I treat I'll do them right, and let's do this. I when I got into this, I didn't look at how much I'm spending. I just felt it, I felt like, man, people. I went step by step. I started with the cigar, then the cigar ring, the branding. Then I improved on it. Then I did the boxes, and then I went all in because I felt like the attraction. The main thing is that I went a guiding principle. I wasn't out there trying to see how much money am I making this week and that week. I'm focused on making a product that people love, and I figure if I make something that people love, that truly love, that a good product that people love, and that got flavor for the eyes, the flavor for the palate, that all that goes with it, that everything else will fall into place,
Amen.
And it took a certain amount of faith, you know what I mean? Like you don't just, like some people tell me, man, what are you doing? So how many cigars did you sell? Let's take our mic experience. I said, well, it don't matter, like you got a lot of doubters and all that, but you gotta have faith and keep moving forward. And nobody ever made it never won by giving up. And now it's paying off. And so that's all I'm doing. I'm focused on trying to make a product people love, and everything else will fall into place. And as for the marketing, I got to give props to Jameson. You know Jameson?
Absolutely.
So Jameson told me, man, forget about this selling your cigars, trying to hustle your cigars left and right. Brand it, make a brand, and then people will come bring me to ask, begging you for your cigars. I didn't do exactly that, but that always stuck in the back of my head. So I got to give him credit for that.
Build it and they will come. That's what I learned in business. So build it and they will come.
Yeah.
I'm down to the dub.
Hey.
Yeah, mine is.
But I'm not letting go.
Man, I tell you, first of all, I got to give a shout out to Barbie for calling me up one day. Met her at the tinderbox. She said, you got to try this cigar. Sat there, smoked it. Good seeing little sister anyway. And man, I said, wow. First of all, when I did the initial light, it was something different. That particular one, I believe I had a Sumatra. And it didn't hit me altogether right until I got about in that second part. And man, the whole dynamic, it changed on me. It flipped the script. And I said, damn. And I was drinking, I had my Macallan. So, the smokiness, and the sweetness of the Macallan complemented the earthiness of the cigar. And so it was a match made in heaven for me. And she had given me definitely a handful. And so I've tried all of them, even a Lancero. And then, of course, I said, hey, send me some. I sent them out. And, man, this is the one show that I can tell you when I feel comfortable about the success of where this is going.
Oh, this is.
I absolutely feel comfortable about the success of Belmaachi Cigars.
Yeah, you know where this will be. This cigar fits perfectly at. Capital Cigars up in Bethesda.
Is that right?
Yeah, because they keep some nice quality cigars. So this is right up on their level.
Yeah, we're gonna have to try to get some cutting light.
I got to get you up here in Maryland. So I'm going to be doing I'm going to be pointing a lot of people to your direction and tell them they got a cigar. But appreciate you, man. It's great.
Make me go down there, man. I'd love to go down there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You would love it. It's a lot of heavy hitters.
Thank you so much for having me. I really, I know we were supposed to do this in December. Then I flew down to Nicaragua and so on. And I was like, oh, time went by. They probably smoked the cigars. Hell no, we didn't smoke the cigars. We keep them. We don't roll like that. I'm glad we were able to finally make it happen.
Yeah. I got a couple more to smoke too. I'm gonna give Chester. Couple.
He gonna give me a couple.
I gotta get Cheryl some Lanceros.
Very good. So look, definitely, appreciate, Barbie definitely giving us the introduction, and man, I just look forward to great things from here on out, and definitely I'm gonna do like Chester. We're gonna speak that into existence, man. We're gonna see you in Chicago. We're gonna have a great time. Man, we're gonna live it up, eat some good places, smoke some great cigars, and we're gonna vibe Chicago. We're gonna vibe the way Stoney gonna have us vibing, man, because he got that thing down. Sam, we appreciate you, man. We look forward. We're gonna definitely have to do this again. Certainly get some updates on what's been going on, and to our viewers, we appreciate you hanging in there with us. This is the part of the show we like, man. We did, to just educate people in what other people are doing in the cigar world, and definitely want you to vibe with Chicago Cigar Week. We're gonna come back, do another show in about another month to update you on the things and what's going on, and how you can get your tickets to Chicago Cigar Week. Okay, hey Sam, we appreciate you, man. Belmaachi Cigars. I'm gonna close it with this.
You gonna let him get a final word?
Oh yeah, I am. Sam, you got the floor, man.
You get the floor, Sam. Go.
Well, I just want to thank you so much. I'm very grateful. I feel blessed. This was a nice evening. I had a good time with you guys, and I'm really looking forward to Chicago Cigar Week. Maybe meeting in Maryland. And let's keep this relationship going, and let's have smoke some fine cigars and enjoy ourselves. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Absolutely, man.
God bless.
We appreciate you. And Sam, we're gonna close it like this, man.
We still live?
Yeah. No, hold on. Yes, we are. I'll be cool.